Hi, I'm Extraayogurt and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, then welcome back and thank you for checking out my video again. So if you have been watching my videos, then you'll know I have not posted in about 5 months. My last video was posted in October of 2023, and I just wanted to apologize to you guys so much because life has just gotten super busy with just work and just a lot of life changes happening. And I also recently started school, so that's really exciting, but it is taking up a lot of my time now. So yeah, I have a bunch of reasons why I've been gone for so long, but I just wanted to tell you guys I really appreciate all the comments y'all have been leaving. It motivated me. It's the main thing that motivated me to come back, just reading everyone's comments and how much you guys were still enjoying my videos. So yeah, I wanted to kind of ease myself back into the groove of building and kind of getting the creative juices flowing again, because I'm sure you guys know, after you haven't been like doing anything creative for a while, you kind of lose that drive, I guess. And as you guys can see, this video is well over an hour just for a simple house build. And that is partially because I'm still trying to get back, like I said, get back into being creative. And this time I chose to actually furnish the house, whereas I usually just leave my residential lots empty and I just put like plumbing and lighting. But I wanted to do something different for this neighborhood as a whole. Speaking of which, you guys can see that we're in Sunwater instead of South Valley City or Homes on the Grid or Dusty Lakes. So basically, my idea for my 1,000 subscriber gift was to do a whole neighborhood of like CC free, like small lots. And the reason for this is because I am usually making enormous lots that are really tough on your computer. I know they're tough on your computer because they're tough on my computer. And I just wanted to make a neighborhood that was super accessible for everyone and just a lot more easy to play. So everything, all the residential lots will be move-in ready and fully furnished. And as you guys can see, my mouse is hovered over that 3x3 medium lot. And that's basically like those first 6 lot sizes will be what I'm restricted to. So I'm not building anything beyond that 3x3 lot size, and that should alleviate a lot of like problems when it comes to the lots being really resource intensive and stuff like that. But as you can see, I'm just panning around the neighborhood template to show you guys what it looks like. I am using the sample neighborhood template, and yeah, so basically, in conclusion, right now we'll be working on finishing building South Valley City, which yes, will still probably be those really big lots. Finishing working on our Homes on the Grid series for South Valley City, and now Sunwater. So hopefully that's not too much to keep up with, but I feel like it's just enough variety to keep things interesting and also make it so that I don't have to keep working on the same types of lots, and I get to kind of just do different things with the lots, I guess. So as you guys can see, here's the first residential lot we're laying down. I named it 100 Main Street, but I end up changing that later on. It's just kind of a placeholder because I didn't know what to name it at the time, but it's pretty much kind of like a beach style lot. Because it's next to the water, I just kind of wanted it to have that vibe. And let's get into the build. Alright guys, so I feel like old me would have been able to build this house in like 30 to 40 minutes. I have no idea why it took me so long. I really do think it was just like taking so much time off from building and doing creative things that like my brain was just so stuck. But once I kind of realized what I wanted to do, I feel like it was like relatively easy to build. But yeah, I was just thinking like this video is pretty much as long as some of my like biggest lots, and I was just surprised by that. But like I was so confused like what to do, and like I was trying to remember what my like process was for building houses. And normally I just take inspiration from pictures I see like on Pinterest, or I just Google image search stuff or look on Zillow and stuff like that. And I was just trying to recall like my whole process, because while I was in like the habit of uploading and editing on a pretty consistent basis, it just came to me so easily. And now after not doing that for so long, I really like underestimated how hard it would be. But I do feel like after this, I'm definitely like a lot more warmed up, I guess, to keep on building. And I don't want to make any promises, but I really don't want to be be gone for that long, like again, I don't think, because it just made me so sad not being able to build. And I just really missed our little community that we built here, and I love sharing and enjoying this game with you guys. So one of my main goals for this build was for it to be very asymmetrical. I wanted it to be kind of quirky and like just a different style of house, like maybe like in the style of like an older house that you might see, which I feel like usually they're very like asymmetrical and unique looking, maybe because they've been around for a really long time and like the owners have added their own little additions and things like that. So that's why you kind of see like me doing some weird like little additions here and there. Like I just put a like overhang over the windows, and I put like a planter box, and I pushed the windows all the way into the corner. Just little things like that I thought would be kind of interesting. And of course, like usual, while I was building this, I absolutely hated it and I thought it was going to be hideous. But once I started working on the interior and I really figured out like the theme I wanted, I absolutely loved this build, and I would not post a build that I did not love, at least at the time of me building it. So I hope you guys love it too. I'm excited to hear what you guys think or have to say about it. Any suggestions or critiques, I'm definitely more than willing to hear. But yeah, so we have a little driveway here, and it kind of has like a semi like covered area. That part of it looks like a balcony, but it's not accessible from the bedroom. I just didn't want to put a door there, honestly. It looked kind of weird putting doors there instead of just the 4 windows. So that part's not accessible, but in the end, you guys will see that I do make the rooftop part on the right side accessible. I just felt like that was too much roof space to waste. So we do end up doing something cool with that. And yeah. So right here at this point in the build, when I chose which tiles I wanted to use for the kitchen and bathroom, was kind of when I decided that I wanted this to be kind of like a 50s style house, I guess. It's either like 50s or 70s. It's like a cross between both, but I wanted it to be like kind of retro looking, and I don't know, I really didn't want to do the modern thing again like I always do, just because like there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't know, I think I just needed to exercise like my innovativeness, I guess. So let me know what you guys think. I really like the way it turned out. Also, let me know if it's like 50s or 70s, or I don't know what it is, but I used a lot of items from The Sims Pets, and I actually ended up like just thinking to myself, like, why haven't I used these things before? Because I was really able to kind of make it work. But right here, you guys see me carving out some space on the roof balcony. And that's because it wasn't until right here I realized I wanted to do more with it than just have it be a balcony. And I kind of wanted it to be like either a guest house or like a workshop. And I do end up making it into a workshop, and I think it's super cute. I didn't like come up with a story or anything for the Sims that would potentially live here, but in my mind, like, this is either a workshop for like their hobbies, if they want to like do flower arrangements or like robotics or whatever it is, or it can be for like their adult child that still lives with them, so they can have like their own private space, but still live with their parents. And I think that would be really cute too. So yeah, I know it does look kind of weird and out of place, but that was what I envisioned for it, at least. So yeah. All right, so believe it or not, this dining room was the number one worst part of this build. It was so difficult for me to figure out what I wanted to do with it and how I wanted to make it interesting, because I thought the kitchen colors came out really cute, and I did make all the walls white in the house to begin with, but I knew that I wanted to like kind of give each space its own personality. And sometimes when you're building a house, it's just like just getting a vision for what you want to do. That's the hardest part, and right here is where I was feeling that. So I feel like I'm really used to like putting together kitchens pretty easily, but when it comes to like other spaces, you have to get a lot more creative just about like thinking about what you want to put there, especially using like no custom content. It's just really restrictive. What I came up with in the end was really cute, and I hope you guys love it. But you're gonna sit here for a while and watch me kind of like go through so many different things. You see me just kind of stopping for a second. That's because I was on Pinterest trying to find some type of inspiration, and I did end up finding a lot of really nice like 70s style dining rooms, but I just did not have the objects that were gonna like fulfill that image. So yeah, I was kind of trying to base the rest of the house off of the kitchen. As you can see, there's like a lot of pastel colors. I really did not want any harsh colors in the house like clashing with that. I just wanted everything to be kind of like pastel and soft and a little bit what's the word, kind of like faded colors, if that makes sense. Do you guys see the lengths that I'm going through to try to get something to work for this dining room? Like this, and then like everything I was putting together just looked completely awful. It was so awful. And yeah, it's times like these where I always just think to myself, like, I should just use a little bit of custom content, but that wouldn't be as fun or as challenging. So I just kept on trying. I kind of like these colors though that I was trying to use, and I think I might kind of save that for another build or the next build that we do. But yeah, I spent forever struggling on this dining room. In fact, I think this dining room almost ended the entire video because I was so frustrated that nothing looked good and nothing was working. I made this cute rug that we don't end up using, but yeah, I really put a lot of thought and time into these builds, and that's why they end up being an hour of your time to watch. So I hope you guys understand. I'm sure a lot of you guys could actually relate to me spending like 9 to 10 hours on a simple build just because it has to be perfect. So but yeah, I took a pause here and I don't really remember why. I think I was probably But I tried to put like dressers there and things like that. It was just really difficult. I was thinking to myself, like, I'm actually really surprised at how much I was able to fit onto this really small lot, because although it's almost the smallest lot in the lot bin, like I was able to fit so much, and I still like had trouble furnishing it. And I was just thinking, like, what if I tried to furnish some of my really, really big houses that I've built? That would be nearly impossible. So I tried to take this like breakfast nook approach, and it just looked too bulky. It looked really weird. This was really rough, you guys. So but like I said, maybe I'll use some of these dining rooms that I tried to put together in a different build. I think that would save me a lot of time if I started kind of taking note of ideas I've had. But yeah. All right, so I hope you guys like the dining room, because that is what I came up with in the end. It kind of looks a little art deco-y, and I absolutely love it. I love the wallpaper. I didn't even realize that was something in the catalog, but I'm really happy I found it. And then here I am having this like battle with the shelves, like I always do, because I love putting shelves in my builds, but finding non-CC stuff to put on them is actually it's terrible. It's just awful. So I end up I end up going like really minimal with the shelf decorations. I end up just putting that painting and the flower vase, and I delete one of the shelves too. So I just decided to make it easy on myself. One thing that this game really lacks is the amount of shelvable decorative items. And I mean, there's a lot of things that you can put on shelves, but they don't actually go together or look nice or match, or they're all kind of like awkward shaped. So yeah, I just decided to go kind of minimal with it. Just the way I furnished the whole build in general, really, I think I did it in a way that was like move-in ready. Like there's a smoke alarm, there's a house alarm, there's a phone, there's all the lighting, all the plumbing, there's skill objects, there's all your needs objects, but it's not, I didn't furnish it to look lived in, if that makes sense. I kind of more so furnished it like you would a staged home, if that makes sense. So yeah, so once I finally figured out that the wallpaper would work for the dining room, I had an epiphany and just decided to do wallpaper throughout the whole house to kind of solidify that 50s or 70s look, or 60s, I don't know. I'm gonna need help figuring out what it is, but yeah, so I used this, it looks like oranges. The wallpaper on the right there, it has like little faded oranges on it. It's actually really cute, and I didn't realize that that was in the game either, way at the back of the catalog. So for the living room, I obviously had to use these couches from Pets, because it fit the theme just way too well, and the colors are really nice. I did struggle a little bit figuring out what I was gonna do with the living room, not as much as the dining room, but I just like, I didn't want it to be too matchy. I still wanted it to be mature enough to be taken seriously, but not so mature that it looked boring, if that makes sense. So I do end up making another rug. I'm being so extra with the half fences when it's really not necessary. I know there's the Control F shortcut, but when I draw it out with the half fencing, it kind of helps me envision better like what I want to do. And of course I end up deleting this huge section of carpet because it's just too much. It just looks weird. So yeah, in the living room, I end up putting much more than just like the entertainment center. I end up putting a little study area. I end up putting a little, like, I guess, reading nook. I end up putting a little workout area as well, and it ends up just it ends up being very functional. And yeah, so So this is where I take that boring, just like flat screen TV and make the entertainment center into something much more grand and much more of a centerpiece. Making those little columns, guys, is such a lifesaver. I know this isn't a building tips video, but I figured why not share. But when in doubt, I always just add columns, and it can make something look like, make a singular object look like much more than what it is. So and then also I know that like I said, like this is all CC free. However, I do use some mods and things to make things look a little bit better. If you've been watching my videos, I've said this 1,000 times, but just so everyone knows, I have a wall top default replacement mod installed to make the wall edges white instead of brown. And then I also have a shiftable everything mod, so if you see me shifting certain things up and down that you normally wouldn't be able to, which is like I think mirrors and curtains and things like that, even the flat screen TV, that mod allows you, it enables you to shift everything up and down, and it's really helpful. Like I was able to place the curtains a bit lower. I think it's the curtains that normally you can't shift them, but anyway. So yeah, I have that, and I have a light mod for those little lights that I use in the kitchen that fixes them so that they actually stick into the ceiling instead of just floating in midair and looking really tacky. But of course, you guys don't have to remember all this. I will, as always, have all the mods I use linked in, all the mods that are shown in the build linked in the description. So you guys can download them too if you need to, but obviously you don't have to in order for the build to still work and function properly. So, and then something that's not a mod that I also use a lot is the set quarter tile placement on cheat, which just allows you to move things by quarter tile instead of just by full tile. And no, it does not make the objects not work anymore. You just have to be thoughtful with how you use it. So I made sure to play test this lot, which I didn't normally do before, but then I realized, okay, if I'm gonna be uploading things for people to use, I need to really play test them, because honestly before I didn't think it was a big deal, but it's definitely a big deal. So I play tested this lot, and I made sure that everything was usable. So I used the quarter tile placement cheat to move those chairs by the window, to move the exercise bike, to move the bookcase. I used it for a million things, even for the couches and the coffee table. And when I play tested this lot, everything worked perfectly. You would think that your Sims can't squeeze between that couch and the coffee table, but they definitely can. And then of course I use the place objects diagonally cheat. But yeah, so there's a lot of little tips and tricks that you can utilize to make even your CC free builds look a lot more interesting. And I think after just after so long of me like building and experimenting with things, I figured out ways to make the Maxis items work for me. So yeah. Okay, so here it's little places like this and items like plants and decorative things where you can really like abuse the move objects on cheat and the set quarter tile placement on cheat, because you can literally layer as many decorative objects as you want on top of each other. Like, as long as it's not in the way of your Sims walking space, it's still functional. Like, they can still view the item, or the item is still going to look pretty, if that makes sense. So that's where I kind of choose to really to use move objects on, because it doesn't affect the gameplay at all. It doesn't affect the way your Sims can use the item, because the item wasn't functional to begin with. So yeah, and as I'm talking about all this, I was kind of thinking, like, I've done a building tips video and how-to video for building, and I'm kind of thinking it would be fun to do a like decorating tips or how to decorate or how to furnish video. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like I've been really ambitious with the amount of videos that I've wanted to do versus how much time I've had to accomplish them, but I feel like there's no harm in just brainstorming and seeing what type of interest there is for those kinds of videos. So yeah, I think that would be fun, and then I can kind of go over my thought process more when decorating, or show you how to kind of elevate your furnishing style, I guess. But yeah, so there is one of the full baths. It's a really nice size. That's probably my favorite type of layout for a bathroom. There's a lot of space in there, especially for when your toddlers want to dig in the toilet and they make puddles everywhere, and it's really annoying to clean up when there's no space in there to get around. So yeah, anyway, I ended up closing off the living room and using an archway instead. I thought it gave it a lot more character. I thought it fit a lot more with the like retro theme, and yeah, I like how it turned out. On the outside, I didn't go crazy out here. I just wanted to put a chess table so your Sims can build their logic skill without having to worry about like where a good place to put the chess table would be. And I just put a little plant there too. Nothing crazy for the backyard. I can't remember where I choose to work on next. I'm pretty sure I end up doing outdoor lighting and landscaping. I really wanted to use those string lights, but I decided against it because I feel like I overuse them way too much, and I'm always trying to challenge myself using different things. But yeah. All right, so here we are working on the main bedroom. For this bedroom, I added an attached bathroom because I thought that would be really nice and convenient for whoever Sims live here, or whatever Sims live here. And I kind of wanted to do a mix of vintage and retro, I guess. So I did add that little TV there, and your Sims can actually watch that TV from bed. Actually, when I play tested this lot, I had my Sim relax in the bed and she immediately turned the TV on. So I thought that was really cute. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like the pet's bed set and the wardrobe kind of give more modern, while like the wallpaper and the carpet, like, and the artwork in the room look very vintage. I just liked it a lot. I love how the light wood goes with like the really dull pink, and everything just tied together super nicely. I didn't have to overcrowd the room or anything. There's still plenty of space for your Sims to walk around in. They can use the wardrobe. They can use that mirror, even though it's like placed diagonally. Everything works. I promise you guys, everything works. I made sure of it. But yeah, so this ends up technically being a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, and that third bedroom being the little workshop on the balcony. I'm so sorry I have not been talking to you guys as much this video. Something about doing voiceovers, it just takes me a little bit of warming up and getting used to again before I can just talk to you guys. But as you guys saw, we finished furnishing the kind of child/teen bedroom. You can really convert that into whatever you want it to be, but I went with like kind of a teen theme because I like the objects that I had to go with it. So I thought it was really cute, and that's like one of the first times I actually put a vanity in one of my houses. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. And now we're working on the workshop. So I was gonna try to put a full bathroom in this little workshop area because I was thinking like maybe it could be a guest house, but there's just not enough room. It would really be a stretch if I wanted to add a shower in there too. So I just went ahead and I did a 1x3 sink and toilet combo bathroom. I think that'll be plenty. And this is gonna be like an art space. So I end up putting a pottery turning table. I put an easel. I put a mini fridge with a trash can, and I put a couch in there. So you know, it basically has everything your sim needs if they want to spend all day skilling or all weekend just increasing their creativity skill or making pottery, I guess. So So yeah, I actually did not furnish the I guess deck, if you want to call it. I just wanted to leave that up to you guys. If you wanted outdoor furniture or anything like that, or if you just wanted to put a telescope there or something, I just didn't want to over furnish too much. But yeah, so I think it's a really cute space, and I think every sim needs their little personal like skilling area, because when you're trying to reach a goal in this game, it can take a really long time to build up those skills. And in the meantime, I mean, if you don't use cheats, your sims are going to need a toilet or something to eat, so they can definitely spend a long time in here. There was something about putting like a lot of artwork in here that didn't really make sense to me, because as your sims paint and create their own artwork, then you can put that up. So I kept it very sparse. So I just put one painting, and instead of just leaving this wall blank, I decided to, well, it is kind of blank, but I decided to just use a patterned wall covering. So I used these kind of woods, what is it called? Like wood paneling wallpaper, I guess, to just make it more interesting. And I used lighting just to kind of create like a nice mood in the workshop. I didn't want any harsh lights or anything to just crowd it too much, really. So I'm not sure if the workshop matches the theme of the rest of the house, but that's totally okay, because it's supposed to kind of be like just kind of their extra stuff. And then also, you guys see how I put the easel diagonally on that wall? When I play tested this lot, my sim could not use it while it was like that, even though there's plenty of space to use it. I'm not sure why. So don't worry though, I did place it the correct way so that your sims can use it. just a little detail I want to make sure you guys know about. And here we are in the cinematic shots. I hope you guys enjoyed the build. There are a million screenshots after this for you guys to check out. I'm gonna make sure that this gets uploaded to Tumblr and eventually to Mod The Sims as well. Just make sure you guys look in the description for any mods that I used. This is completely CC free, so it'll just be mods in the description and a download link. But yeah, once again, I'm sorry I didn't talk as much as usual during this build. It's just like, I don't know, just warming up to voiceovers again. It's just gonna take me a video or two. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys here to enjoy all of the screenshots I took, and thank you so much for all your kind comments, all of your subs and your support. I look forward to hearing what you guys thought of this build, what you want to see next. And I'm going to spend the next day or two making sure I respond to comments and respond to you guys here on YouTube and on Mod The Sims and on Tumblr, and just try to get caught up with everything again. So thank you guys so much for being patient, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.